Well, Toastmasters and young guests, if you mouth that anywhere from the room, the chances are somebody's going to understand you. If you mouth that anywhere in an airport, it's going to come across loud and clear like a federal security announcement. Hi, Cowboy. Airports are wonderfully chaotic places filled with distractions. Some people are so out of their element that they become ultra aware of what's going on. And others are so out of their element that they close themselves off and they work on their smartphones or they listen to their iPad or their tablets. They tune out everything in the airport. They tune out the federal announcements, the airport announcements, the city announcements, the beeping carts, the airline announcements, the piped music, and the music from the stores. They tune out everything. They're wonderful distractions, though. People watching. So much so that there's one group that even the people that are so closed off and out of their element that they tune everything out cannot overlook the cowboy. No matter where you are in an airport, you'll see the cowboy. No matter who you are, you'll see the cowboy. Because the cowboy has this mystique about him. An aura, iconic aura, that part of our American culture since we were all baby kids. You see the cowboy and you notice the cowboy. You go, the cowboy conveys masculinity, self-reliance, independence, dedication, all this. Hard work, you hope so. So in the airport, when you see all the other people that are dressed so many different ways, so many different cultures, some people are dressed like business, like they're on their way to conduct important business. And they probably are. Others look like they're going on vacation, dressed like vacationers. They probably are. Some people look like they're going to pick somebody up in a bar. They probably are. And others look like they just finished washing their car. And they probably did. So, back to the cowboy. Everybody notices the cowboy. But of all the places to wear cowboy drag, the airport is probably the most impractical. That's probably why they're noticed so much. Take the cowboy hat. You almost expect a cowboy to travel with one of these. Because there's not too many places you can stow your cowboy hat. Not in an overhead bin that's already packed. The cowboy hat, though, is important to the cowboy because it is their primary source of identity. Big brim. Put it on. Everybody notices the cowboy, even in the airplane. Here, take this coffee 2 rows up to the cowboy. Or the mama telling her baby, or her child to go into the bathroom by himself. Remember, honey, we're just across the plane from the cowboy. All right. And the cowboy sits quietly in his seat. Doesn't tilt his head back because his hat will fall off. But he keeps it on quiet. The second piece of cowboy identity, impractical as it is, because there's no use for a belt buckle if your pants are tied to spandex. But it's the cowboy belt buckle. Big as a turkey platter. Yeah. Yeehaw! And it's important to the cowboy because it tells the viewer what they've accomplished. So there you have it. A cowboy with his painted on jeans sits quietly for 10 hours in that plane.
Held down by the buckle.
Down by the buckle. Further, the third and tertiary part of cowboy attire are the cowboy boots. Take these suckers on and off at airport security to understand the full meaning of tedious. On and off. On and off. But you'd be hard-pressed to find a woman who will tell you that high heels while traveling across the continent is going to be comfortable. Most people can barely keep their Crocs on a flight. The cowboy will sit there for 10 hours in their boots. If you ask any cowboy, why are you wearing your boots? He's going to tell you they're comfortable. Well, for 3 hours maybe, the first 3 hours. But the fact is, the cowboy boots give the cowboy a strut and a swagger. That's appeal. And sexy. And it makes the legs and the bumps look cute. So, can there be anything more out of place in an airport than a cowboy? Well, yes. When the paths of a jaded and tired iconoclast come across with a cowboy, one in their element descending, one out of their element rising on an escalator, and the startled, doe-eyed cowboy hears the words, "Oh, hi, cowboy." Images are shattered and rebuilt in a single second, and the cowboy realizes, dude, you don't choose who finds you attractive. Sometimes it's a cowgirl, and sometimes it's a guy with a beard from Canada.
Thanks, Steve, for that wonderful